Hey guys, here we are in the trucks at Watkins Glen for the third round of the eNASCAR College iRacing Series. We're starting in 37th out of 39 cars, so at the back of the field, but we have 30 laps to go through the field. So I'm just going to show you the onboard throughout the race, and any highlights throughout I'm just going to show a few different angles I'm going to commentate on. But without further ado, here's the start of the race. So I was really trying to get a feel for what everyone wanted to do, and it looked like most people were kind of cautious the first lap. However, I did go for a dive here. I just want to show that I tried to clear him, but he was able to hang it around the outside throughout these corners. So as I try to make this move, he has all the extra runoff there. Doesn't really use too much of it, but still stays alongside me as we go into the final corner. But I get a bit of a better exit here, and I should be able to clear him, and I do. But that was a bit of a close battle there, and after the first lap, we've gone from 37th up to 33rd, so a few spots. We might get another one here as we're trying to pass another guy on the outside. He runs us a bit tight there, but we let him go by. Looks like a lot of people are exiting the first corner in second gear. They're getting a bit of a run, but I'm actually trying to save a bit of fuel, and since it is a bit close about whether this is a one stop or no stop, so continue on here. So as you can see, as we go through this bus stop here, the car in front of us gets really sideways, allowing the 11 to come through. We're just trying to follow him through here. He gets to our outside, we're getting to the inside of the 41, runs a bit wide, and now we're just right on the bump of the 11 here. It's going to be a big move down the straight. Running a bit wide there. And you can see everyone's still being a bit cautious. I don't know if it's just because of this long train and it seems like everyone's checking up and they're not actually being cautious, it's just kind of everyone having a little check up because of that. But pretty narrow track, and just all these cars, so everyone's trying to warm their tires, a lot of different strategies, whether they're pushing or being cautious, but looks like you're not able to get him just yet, so you can go back on board here. But one car down, I mean, it just shows how easy it is. Everyone's so close to making a mistake at the bus stop, and people are able to pounce. So it's all about just minimizing those mistakes. You can see we almost had a move there on the 11. We were letting up early again, just as another chance to save fuel. If we're not really going to be able to make a move, I think saving fuel to try to give ourselves a better shot at the no stop is a good call. So still kind of stuck behind, but I do see a bunch of cars ahead, and there's a big check up here. We have really nowhere to go. Once again, the 11 gets sideways, or it's another car that gets sideways at the bus stop. Those curves are a bit scary, and if you get in the grass, it can get you sideways. But good news, we caught all these guys ahead, so as we go to moves out of the carousel, we are able to get back by one guy. We're not going to be far from the rest, so just try not to lose the pack. And I feel this is a perfect example right here. As we're going into the corner, I'm on his inside, but again, I'm in third gear, and it looks like a lot of these guys are in second, so he's able to get those revs up here. He's able to get alongside me on the outside of these S's, and we're right next to each other. He's pinching me right to the inside. He eventually just gets by, and we'll hold up to 16 behind, but that small battle, if I can make that move, definitely lost us a bit of time with the cars ahead. So I was really going to focus on figuring out how to make moves and making the pass work instead of having to get side by side and just losing time. So it's definitely a challenge because I'm trying to save tires and save fuel by being a gear higher in the first corner. So just got to see how this race progresses. We get super close to the 11 there. You can see he's sliding, really burning up his tires and had to brake really early for the last corner. It kind of surprised me, and I got into the bumper there, but very small tap, didn't spin him around or anything, but we can definitely tell that we're fast with this 11. We just have to figure out how to get around him. Once again, he closes us off really close there. Let's just go in the replay and see that. He had a huge slide into one, and we just couldn't take advantage of it because we were running right into him. Basically, he was stuck out wide. He was right on the racing line. See, this looks like he wheel hops a bit into the corner, runs a bit wide, but I can't really take advantage of it. I kind of have to check up myself. And then I'm barely on this quarter panel here, and he closes the door, and I have to check up, and it's just stacked with the cars right behind us, and now side by side. At least that gives me a bit of a break. They're battling, so I don't have as much pressure, but I still have to make mistakes, at least I have to find a way by. So, hope they'll be soon. You can definitely see the gap that's starting to arise from the guys ahead. We're up 6 spots, we're up to 31st now, but we definitely think we can get a bit more if we can just pass it, so this will happen sooner rather than later. Once again, another huge slide from the 11, but more importantly, someone spun out in turn 1, so let's just see what happened to that guy. Did he just lose it on corner exit here? So he tried to accelerate, yeah, just had a bit, looks like he had a bit too much wheel in it and just spun the car around, so that's really unfortunate. Let's just watch that from TV view. Right up to the 11th car. Let's see if we can probably get something done. Look, that's an extra spot now from that spun out car. And that onboard was a really horrible view, so a lot of stuff happened lap 9. Let's just let's see this from TV view. As you saw, the 11 just looks like he might have flipped the curve, just got a little sideways, ran way wide, got the outside wall, lost all the speed, got to his inside, and now we're 3 wide with 16. Who's going to back up before the corner? I didn't know who. He let me through here, so it looks like I gained 2 spots in one, but I really only gained 1 when the 16 got a huge run. Let's just see the 16s on board, because man, that must have this would have been a pretty surprising thing. Right behind me here. Goes to the inside, makes it 3 wide, put it right to the grass. That is, just get one more angle here since that is pretty cool. So while I didn't care to be having any crazy 3 wide moves this race, I was able to finally get past that 11 and I'm happy about that more than anything. So now we can finally get on our way up to 30th place and chase down these guys. I'm just going to skip a bit forward because pretty big gap now. So just waiting for anything to happen. We gained 2 spots in the pits up to 29th. No, sorry, just 1 spot. We already gained up to 30th. So just skipping through here until we catch this pack ahead. But that was definitely the most dramatic part of the race so far on lap 9. So you can see we're trying to catch these guys ahead. They're looking like they're getting a bit closer. And the guys that didn't save are probably going to have to start pitting in around 5 laps here. So again, I'm still not sure at this point whether I can make it. I'm about like 0.4 of a lap short at this point, so I'm like, do I start saving now? Do I start saving later? But I would just say, if I can catch these guys, then maybe I can have a better idea of maybe like saving in the draft. I gained another spot in the pits. Looks like some guys are undercutting here. It's up to 28th. I don't really know if we just took my lap time, so I got a 15.0. Looking at the guys ahead, 15.0, and this guy 15.2. So maybe about 2 tenths faster at most, but it's definitely going to happen slowly through here. Up to 28th at the lines, maybe another spot gained. Still not too much action going on, but just trying to keep it clean through here. There's actually no incident limit in this race, so I feel like you can go a bit wide. Obviously, you still get the penalties if you run too far wide, but I was trying to use up all of like turn one as I could. See another guy going to the pits here. That brings me to 24, so that's 4 spots gained. You see I might have overshot that corner a bit, but now the thing is, because a lot of people are pitting, let's see who that was that just went by. That was Trent Curtis. I think, man, oh, I know what happened here. I went too wide, I got the penalty, so I had to back off here just to get rid of it. So that's the 24th here. I think it's probably like a 0.7 or 0.8 second penalty. And while I lost this spot here, again, coasting up to the bus stop, another good way to save fuel. So I feel like that penalty was kind of a blessing in a way, because it helped us be able to have a better chance at reaching the end on a no stop. So that brought us down to 25th here. Again, just going to see if we can tune a battle with him. Okay. So this should bring us down to 25th, I'm not wrong, but I'm assuming, yeah, maybe 2 guys pitted, so up to 23rd. And yeah, definitely everyone's starting to spread out here. And that big pack ahead, oh, we have a wreck. Let's see if we can go back, see what happened there. But that gained us a spot, so just go ahead. There's some guy already spun out. So what happened here? Looks like he's all by himself. Just a bit of understeer, clip the grass, and oh, that is so easy to do. It's the 29 car. And he did have a little bit of pressure from behind, but yeah, that was all on his own. Just got sideways and put it in the grass. Did he end up backing up through here, or did he just got stuck in it? Oh, there he goes. There he started backing up. I was like, I thought when we finally caught him, he was on the outside. Oh, there we go. So he's out of our way. Luckily, didn't hinder us too much, but yeah, that's a free spot. So now it should put us up to 22nd. Trying to figure out how to skip forward. Button is, there we go. So now that guy finally pitted, and that gained a bunch of spots, 23rd up to 14th, so that gained us 9 spots. A lot of guys pitting right in the middle of halfway here. But like I said, all these leaders that have pitted, yeah, it looks like that is, who is that? Omar Diallo. He was one of the guys running in the top 5, and I think up ahead of us is Stephen Wilson, who I think was the leader right before pitted. So yeah, now we're basically the top 2 guys, Omar and Steven, they're first and second in the pitted, so that just tells you how far back we are from the leaders. But we did start 37th, so we were never really battling those guys. It's more just measuring how far ahead we will be in the end compared to where we started. So we are maybe around like the 31st or somewhere around that before people started pitting. So now we're trying to get this one here. And he just goes a bit wide there, so just letting us by. No one really putting up too big of a fight here. Seeing if anyone's gonna overshoot the pits. Yeah, we're up to 11th, so some guys are getting, I don't know, I'm blinking on the turn, but instead they're doing overcuts. There we go. So trying to get a bit shorter run here, and we're finally catching up to this guy. And now we're gonna slow down since this guy is in 12th place. And did he just let us? No, sorry, he's letting by. Sorry, it's too confusing. Okay, there we go. Jake Cummings, he's in 10th place. I believe he's another guy who hasn't pitted, so we're in the same situation as him, as we get really loose out. And I'm basically wanting to get by as fast as possible because I know all the guys that did pit are on fresh tires behind us, and they're going to be flying. So if we can get past this guy on old tires, he'll at least hold up a bunch of those guys on fresh tires. So we're going to have another guy in a battle here, but at least we finally caught one guy after kind of in the middle of nowhere. Have some guy going through here. Who's this? Ryan Doucette. So just keeping it full speed now as we try to battle with Jake Cummings here for what is now 10th place. And you can see there we got a super good run off the final corner, but once again, our uncomfortability with going into second into the first corner just causes a lot of understeer. We're down to third. We just don't want to get that wheel hop and get the car all out of control. So we shift down to third here. We're still alongside, and you see that small wiggle in the nose. So we just run wide to be safe here. Getting pretty close to the wall, but we maintain the momentum here. I don't believe we actually get a penalty for this, if I'm not wrong, but we're still stuck behind him after being side by side going into turn 1, so that's been unfortunate. I'm just going to see here if we do back up on the straight, but it's going to be another lap before we get ahead of him. You can see just how far Ryan Doucette is after passing on these fresh tires, so we're not going to get that much of a gap, but once we do pass him, we're definitely gonna pull some gap. So see there's 3 cars behind us that assuming our own fresh tires, so that's basically our goal. If we get stuck behind them, all those guys are gonna catch back up to us, and they're all gonna easily pass us. So we're coming to 10 to go here. Hopefully we can hold on to as many spots as we can. And you can't really see on our left here, but out of the carousel, these guys got a huge run, so I'm just going to show them to you. You can see why it went so wide there. 4 cars in the row right here. Battle for, what is this, 9th and 12th place. Guys goes to my inside, and I'm just like, there's no reason for me to run down with him. They're all going to fly by this 95, I believe, that's in front of us. So I just let those guys get ahead. Now they're side by side. And I'm just thinking, if I can stay right behind these guys while they try to pass the lead car right here, we know that he's slow on tires, so if he gets put on like off the racing line, maybe we'll be able to follow through with these guys. So you see them battling right ahead. Close 9th and 12th. We're falling a bit far off here, which we don't exactly like, but we're just trying our hardest. Just gonna go back on board, see if anyone makes a move. And of course the 95 almost misses the bus stop, both cars go through and now we're stuck behind. So once again, we tried to do everything we could, but he just made a mistake. Good job for him for being able to recover well, but that really did hurt us. The fact that we still got stuck behind now to let another car through. So we're going to lose a lot of spots in this lap, it looks like. Well, actually, maybe not, only one, but it feels like we could have made that spot up and not have to lose it. So once again, the guy gets really sideways out of the final corner. Really good opportunity to make a move here. Let's see if we can get it done. I was trying to look alongside to see if he was there. I thought he was. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Let's see, we're about a car length ahead here, but once again, got a car length ahead with our slow acceleration. It's still alongside. We're not have the best angle into this corner, but finally we get past him. It took long enough. Hopefully now we can pull a gap, so that should put us up in 12th place. Just trying to see how big the gap is to the car behind. Not sure if that is the 11 or whether someone's passed him yet, but I do think that they'll be catching us soon. So, see how long we can hold someone on. Just gonna skip forward here to see until someone does get by us. Oh, yes, here it is. I forgot it was this lap. Just gonna go back here. We have someone right on our tail here. We try to hold them to the outside here, but we knew it was kind of inevitable. 80 car, we're gonna run a bit wide, and then we're not gonna have best entry into this final corner. He's going to be able to undercut us or cross us over on the final corner. And as he comes to the line, he should have the spot. Yeah, Christina Ryan up in the 12th, and now we're down to 13th place. And I'm now just going to skip to the last 2 laps or so if I can. So that was just around 5 laps to go for us. We're now down to 13th. And Jake Cummings, I believe the 11 car, is actually really successfully holding up the rest of the guys on new tires. So they're now about like 4 to 5 seconds back. And now with 3 laps to go, they're going to need over a second a lap to catch me. And my fall off, I'm still in the 15s. There hasn't been that much fall off. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. But now I'm just going to go to the leaders here. Just kind of show where everyone is. So this is 12th place, then we got 11th up here, 10th Alex Colonix, 9th Lynn, 8th Jack Coyne, 7th Ryan Doucette, 6th Omar Diallo, 5th Garrett Lowe, 4th Steve Wilson, 3rd Logan Clampett, 7th and 8th you might recognize from the Pro Series. I don't know what happened there. And Daniel Budafuco in first place. Thomas 20 in second place. So just gonna see if we can, as long as we stop losing these guys. Having trouble finding them, sorry. I'm trying to. Okay, we're just gonna ride on board with Steve Wilson. No, we can see Clampett. So yeah, as we're finishing the last lap here, I'm just gonna kind of pan through everyone as we cross the finish line. Just to kind of show what our gaps were. Of course, they're disappearing. No, they're back. Let's see if we can go. Not what I. Okay, we're just gonna stay on Stephen Wilson. Hopefully, he doesn't disappear. But it looks like he's in the. Oh yeah, there you can see Clampett up ahead. He's in the Iowa and Smithfield 10 car. Coming around the carousel here. Final time. And you can see just how much pace they have. They're getting 13.6s while I was getting low 15s or mid 15s. So there's definitely a big gap between these guys, but I think these guys did pit as well. So across the line, here's Stephen Wilson. Then we got Garrett Lowe here, almost hitting the outside wall here, coming to the finish line. Then we got Omar Diallo here, across the finish line in 6th place in the Milwaukee car. 7th Ryan Doucette in the 77. We got Jack Coyne in the 8 car coming across in the 52. And we got 9th Lynn in the red and white car. 10th Alex Colonix in that green 22. 11 John Hall. Going back to Christina. Oh, Christina's right there. Wow, sorry, that was a close battle for 11th then. Oh, did Christina run out of fuel? It's hard to tell. Either way, we're coming across the line here in 13th, weaving across the front stretch, coming across the Pittsburgh car with that Pit Panther on the front nose. You can just see it right there. So now, if we go to the results, you can see 37th to 13th, gained 24 spots. A lot of these guys usually start in the top 10. We got a big mover 19th to 9th for Lynn here. But other guys in the 30s, we got some 29th to 19th, we got 24 to 17th, but I feel, yeah, I mean, while I couldn't get the win, and I wish I did start a bit higher, it looks like a lot of these guys did a one-stop, and that's why they fell so far back. I made a lot of my spots from all these guys pitting, but yeah, that was the end result, 13th place, and yeah, that was basically my race. Kind of got stuck behind a lot of guys in slower tires and struggled to get by them, but overall I think that was pretty good. And the guys I did lose too, I mean Logan Clampett and Daniel Budafoco, Garrett Lowe, a lot of these pro drivers. So thanks for watching. Once again, here are the track conditions that were used. And if you want to check out the stream, it's the eNASCAR iRacing series on the iRacing channel and NASCAR YouTube channel. So make sure to check it out. Once again, thanks for watching and see you next time.